I can't do this anymore. I really love you, but I think it's okay if someone else puts the CD in the envelope now. You see, in just under 2 weeks, we're moving house. So I set up a house clearance sale through my mailing list and sold a bunch of back catalogue stuff, which is wonderful. And then my gran got really sick and I went up to the northwest of England for just under 2 weeks. And so things were a little bit delayed and everyone's being very sweet and kind about that. But today is the day that I'm getting all of the merch in the post. And this is why we got a Honda Jazz. I've had this tiny little camera for a few weeks and I've been finding it quite hard to find magnetic surfaces to stick it on, but I just found a really good one. Ooh. And it's at times like this when I gather together all the CDs that I've released and all the vinyl and all of the Correspondence Club bundles like in here. I just think that's pretty good, you know? I'm really grateful and thankful for days like this where I get to spread all this stuff out and pack it up and send it off to new homes where people will enjoy it. And it does blow my mind that an album like Disarm, which I created between about 2004 and 2009 and released in 2010, people still want this. They still want to buy it. And that is really lovely. I don't really have a favourite album. My favourite album is always the one I'm working on now, because that's always got the potential to be the best one anyway. But I am really pleased with what I see before me. I'd better get on with these orders then. Welcome to the chaos. It's got out of hand, I'm exhausted, and this is a lovely problem to have, but I don't have enough bags to put the merch into to take to the post office. So I've whizzed through and done as many packages as I can, but now it's time to get them closer to the front door. Phase 2 of this endeavour is taping up all of the vinyl boxes, filling out my post office drop and go manifest, and filling up my car with stuff. I usually watch comedians in cars getting coffee when I do this bit, sitting in the living room with a coffee. Oh, Jerry. I love Jerry. I am so grateful to the people who buy my music. Without you choosing to do that, it would be very, very difficult to keep this show on the road, so to speak. But I would also like to acknowledge how absolutely ridiculous it is that in a time when I'm writing a new album, I'm taking a day to sit and pack stuff into envelopes. It's not that I think I'm too good for it. I've been fulfilling my own merch since 2009, and I've done many more packages than this for album pre-orders in the past. It's just that I'm really into productivity stuff, and over the past little while it's just really started to hit home that there are certain things that only I can do. Things like writing my songs, writing my stories, communicating with my Correspondence Club, communicating with my email list, making these videos, and there are other things like doing this that I could and should be hiring someone else to do. But since we've been in limbo waiting to move house for basically a year, I've been waiting to organise that in our new place. So that's going to be top priority when we move in a couple of weeks' time. I really love you, but I think it's okay if someone else puts the CD in the envelope now. However, I don't have anyone to do that right now, so I'll just continue. And I just thought we could have a chat while I do so. And I am starting to get really excited about moving. It's just been such a long time waiting, a lot of back and forth from here to Nottingham to look at places. I mean, I should probably count up how many houses we looked at the end. It's got to be more than 40. But it was a good opportunity to see the city and really figure out where we wanted to live. And then we did that and we couldn't find anything there. So we just ended up going for the house rather than the area. But I think the area is going to be cool. And it's close to the other areas that we liked. And the house is brilliant. I'm going to have 2 studio spaces, one downstairs and one in the attic. So I'm going to be able to create a new launch pad. That was the name of my attic studio in this house. I then moved to a bigger room. We swapped around our bedroom and my studio, and it was a terrible mistake because the new room just hasn't been right for what I wanted. And I think it's good, actually, when you find yourself bumping up against the limitations of something. I think that shows that you have ambition and drive and words like that beyond what you've already got. If you've got ideas that aren't currently being served easily by technology, that's good because it means you've got some good ideas and you can always figure out a way to do that stuff anyway. So I'm definitely bumping up against the limitations of the room that I've got, and that's got worse and worse in the past 6 months. It just seems like this fresh start is going to be so great in so many ways, and I haven't really allowed myself to get too excited about it till now because it's just been like really hard to figure out the dates of moving and, you know, initially where we were going to move and all that stuff, but it's happening now. And I did film a lot of stuff actually. I filmed a lot of the trips that we went on to do house hunting and the trials and tribulations that happened along the way, but just haven't got around to editing those yet because of living my life. It's really hard to do everything. And that's something I have to look at when we move as well, because music always does come first, but there are lots of other things that I like to spend my time doing and I think have value. And I do love making these videos. I really enjoy having new stuff to share really regularly, way more regularly than I would be able to share new music. But I think it's going to be really cool because, like I said, I'm going to have 2 different spaces. One is going to be just for writing and recording music, and the other one is going to be for the piano, because it's downstairs. The piano, laptop working, so writing words, reading, craft stuff, and just having that separation, which I try to do in zones around all of my rooms that I've ever had. That separation does help. So it's going to be a great luxury to have those spaces. But as I say, I've been really pushing up against the limitations of what I've had in this place. So yeah, pretty excited. And I don't take it lightly that people choose to pick up music and merch from my shop and support me through the Correspondence Club. It's really hard out there. Streaming is absolutely negligible amounts of money. It's so small. For some artists it's big. For me it's not, never has been. But it's always worked out because some people can afford to and want to buy vinyl, CDs, t-shirts, etc. Some people can afford to and want to pay a monthly or yearly subscription to get my quarterly zine and music bundles. And I do think I'm in a pretty uncommon position doing what I do. And obviously that's why I try to pack in so many things, because I want to make the most of this time that I feel I've been gifted by supporters of my music. But what I'm also trying to do, which is really hard for me to do, is to trust that those people aren't going to disappear tomorrow, or if they have to stop for a while or move on or whatever, not everyone is going to stop supporting me tomorrow. And there is some security in that, although it's very hard for me to take that in and trust it. And that's one of the reasons I have been trying to build up this YouTube channel over the past couple of years. Primarily, it's to make videos, because I love making videos, and to talk to you, because I love talking to you. But there is a small aspect of it, which I've talked about before, which is that one day the AdSense might be a viable source of income for me. And, you know, any additional income stream when you're doing a job like this is amazingly helpful. So far, I'm making about £300 a year from YouTube, which is not nothing, but it's not much. And that's fine, because I have these other things. And if I do look at the data, I look at the number of correspondents and, you know, my music sales and whatnot, and compare that to the YouTube AdSense and my streaming and stuff. It does show me quite clearly that I'm prioritising the correct things, which are my correspondence club, mailing list, and then the other things below that. It's not that I don't trust music fans, it's that I feel so lucky to be in this position that I just think it could go away at any minute. But I really have to start working on that, because, let's see, we're in the 2019-20. We're in the 5th year of the Correspondence Club. Want to get up? Come on. Come on. And isn't that wonderful and amazing? And I need to trust that a bit more. And stop thinking everything's going to disappear tomorrow. It just seems so wonderful to me that this has happened. I just don't, anyway. Anyway, I have a few more packages to do. Then I have to go to the post office. Then I'm going to spend the afternoon working on a song. And then I'm going to finish the rest of this stuff tomorrow. So thank you very much for hanging out with me. Thank you if you picked up some stuff in my recent sale. Thank you for being a correspondent if you are. If you've done none of those things, thank you anyway. Thanks for being here. Links below, always, to my Correspondence Club membership with digital and analogue monthly and yearly options, to my mailing list where I will send you a free 12-track album and a 31-page PDF zine when you sign up, and also to my shop where you can get back catalogue stuff from my previous solo project She Makes War, my current solo project Penfriend, and my side project Obey Robots. Thanks from all of us. Oh no, that's right in my ear. Ooh. Thanks from all of us, and we'll see you soon.